Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm getting ready to do your third quarter reading, July, August, September. The Chariot, number 7 for the 7th month. Number 8, Strength for the 8th month, August, and number 9, Hermit for September. For your overall energy, we have the Ace of Swords. Wow, you've got a powerful clarity and understanding of something in this moment. This is something that has been working, developing, evolving for you for a while. Your thinking keeps evolving on a certain subject or on a certain project or effort that you're a part of. The more you do, the more you learn, the more questions you have, and your curiosity is moving you ever forward to greater clarity and greater simplicity at the same time. There's something here about your recovery. Perhaps there is a sudden understanding that there is some back-end work you need to do on a project. Maybe there's some back-end cleanup in terms of a relationship, not necessarily with a partner or a person, perhaps in relationship to an institution, a project, an organization, or a business. There's something that needs to be cleared up in order to release the clarity that you're looking for. And I'm going to pull an oracle card to get us warmed up here. And Aquarius. Aquarius. Yeah, let's take this. And I pulled regret. I know I cannot change the past. So this is really clarifying for me, this idea about recovery. And recovery can mean releasing something from the past, no longer trying to figure it out, but simply letting it go, accepting its lessons, blessing it as something that taught you something, and moving forward. So this feels like release. Yes, it's something you would like to have done differently, or you wish you had known about when you began a project. But as it has emerged, you are dealing with it by letting it go, taking the time necessary to recover from a certain glitch or misunderstanding, or perhaps more complicated relationship than you were aware of that you were taking on. If this reading is resonating with you, Aquarius, please like this video. Please share this with others if you feel inclined to do so. I appreciate your comments. Thank you. And please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate your time immensely, and I'm grateful for it. So in July, you're looking at moving very rapidly forward as a result of your passion about a project. It looks as though you are gaining greater clarity as you move forward about the unnecessary distractions and the necessary distractions, because I think this uncovering something that it was a little sticky or unhealed or unfixed, a glitch in something that you're working on, was a surprise. But that's the kind of distraction that leads directly to creating the space that you need to move forward. And this is you accepting who you are, knowing that who you are contributes to the work that you are doing, you are evolving, you are developing. But that the sacred space to be who you are, to move forward from your sense of clarity, from your spiritual heart of desire, is key here. The Death card and the High Priestess are clarifying this. So yes, the regret about the past, perhaps there is some side work that you are doing, some surprising leftovers from an old relationship, an old home or job that has popped up unexpectedly, but something here is telling me that this distraction, this thing you thought you had released that is coming back up for some kind of healing, some kind of attention, is part of your movement forward. There's a lesson in here that you are hearing within that is contributing to your wisdom and your clarity about the proposal, the project that you are about. The High Priestess is also about the clarity that you have gained. This is the quiet clarity and determination to know what you're about, know what you're doing, and not necessarily share it with everyone. So I think there is a fine line here because you are known for your intuitive abilities, your ability to see things others can't. And that's something that is clearly information, knowledge you should hold. You should hold for yourself at this time. Let's see what clarity we can get on July. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is about, yes, this problem, this glitch that has emerged in your development is all about contributing to the planning, the proposal that you are doing. You're now able to plan for something that you have only recently become aware of. You're able to integrate this into your proposal, into the steps, the procedure, the process that you're undertaking and you're laying out. So this informs your vision, absolutely, with a greater sense of detail and clarity about what it is you're creating. In August, the Strength card is about that faith within us that helps us to be strong during the difficult times. And this is a strength that comes about as clarity in our mission, clarity in what we're doing, and why we're doing it. Understanding that our strength comes from our purpose, and that is what informs your ability to help others, to persevere yourself, to keep your eye on the prize. And this in August is being clarified by the Nine of Wands and the Two of Wands. I see you really working to move the proposal forward. There's something here about the proposal being crafted over many experiences, many efforts. Perhaps this was a team effort that you're taking responsibility for. But pulling it through that final mile is exhausting. And it is absolutely digging in your heels here. You're determined. You know that the prize is there. The Two of Wands tells me that this is exposing you, your business, your project, your team to new audiences, new communities, new efforts, but in unfamiliar territory, so that you are solid in your strengths, in what your skill set, in your service or products, but that you would like to address others rather than those who have usually been served by what it is you offer. I'm going to clarify August with the Star card. Wow. This is quite lovely with the Hermit card in particular, the Strength card in particular, because the Star card is the higher octave of the Strength card. Number 8 is an iteration of 17. 1 and 7 equal 8. So the Star card is the same faith, belief in yourself that you are now investing in the universe. And this is by way of this project, this plan, this proposal, getting this team or this effort in front of new audiences. And this is one that is a little anxiety producing. There's a little waiting involved because you're anticipating feedback. connections, people's ideas. What did you think of that presentation? Wow, I really like those ideas. Would you consider X? So that is part of the nerve-wracking, but you're really opening up brand new vistas here. You're proposing a practical way for others to, in concert with you, approach a long-held dream, even an ideal, a humanitarian ideal, a way to solve something on a much larger level than has been approached before. And because of the symbols on these particular cards, it is particularly relevant to those of you who work in any kind of restorative, generative, ecological balance, justice, equity in the world. This is the new vista for us. And this is a way of infusing and including more people in that work in addressing those issues and problems, giving more people tools to address it, perhaps locally. In September, the Hermit is about taking the time within. You are putting yourself out there in such a visible public way that the questions that arise, there are not many people who can help you with those. And ultimately, you know, as you have fueled your project, your presentation of a project, your orchestration of a team to address this, you're poised. The answers lie within. You know this. This is the strength of your personal authority. This is, I believe, one of the strengths of Aquarius. You march to your own drummer. This is a beautiful quality that is so needed in our world right now. And so you are taking the time to make space, to consult with yourself, to review your experiences, to recover from the surprise exposure of something that you might have previously been aware of. And this is clarified by the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Wands. This feels to me like you're releasing a status. Once a status of being a warrior, a guardian, one who was the person who goes ahead on a trek, the scout. That's the vibe I'm getting. You were once the scout. And at whatever level that is relevant to you, at a professional level, I think that others were very aware and invested in your strong intuitive sense, your ability to feel out information others could not gain as easily. And you were used to explore, perhaps make contacts, sales, marketing, to find space in new marketplaces. But now you are releasing that status. You have already internalized those skills, and now you're using them on your own behalf. You're not using them to make other people successful. You're using them to make your project more foolproof. You understand what it's like to be a servant, a worker on behalf of those who hold the power, who profit from your efforts. And so you are releasing that status. You are looking at a more inclusive model that puts power and people together in a way that is unique to your project and your vision and to your purposes. And this is clarified by the Strength card. In this deck, this is Justice. So this is, perhaps I've said this before, the number 8 and the number 11, Strength and Justice, were a blind used in very traditional tarot decks to keep the vulgar, the unclean from manipulating the power of the cards. So in this deck, 8 is indeed the Justice card, but it still is a doubling of the number 8. It still is an octave of the Star card. And in that way, success is absolutely assured, because what your goal is, as I just spoke about power and people, is to equalize access to everyone. The power can justly belong to everyone. And when it is shared, it is more democratic, and it is empowering people who deserve to know how their labor is used and to make decisions about how their labor is used. So you're all about it, Aquarius. This is really a new age that you are leading in many ways in this forward movement to uh, empower the globe overall in making decisions about their environmental experience, their lives, the environments that they live and create in. I'm going to finish off this reading with an oracle card, and red tourmaline just wants it. Passion is the key word. I am the embodiment of passion. What beautiful passion you have, Aquarius. This is always so humbling. If you've enjoyed this content, check out more content here. And until next time, dear Aquarius, namaste.